All right. Today we'll take on we'll learn on the introduction to mobile app development. So my name is Alinafe Mtitimila from IdealabMw, and I will be taking you through the introduction to mobile app development, the importance of mobile app development, the types of mobile applications out there, which platform should you choose, and what are we going to learn in this course. So first of all, we need to know what is mobile app development before even we proceed to the next steps, to the next concept we want to learn in this course. So basically, mobile app development is a process for building mobile applications for smartphones and digital assistants, most commonly for Android and iOS. So you're just building mobile applications. Like mobile is something you can move with, something that can be found on different places. So meaning to say this application is mainly used in smartphones, something you can carry to different places. So you are just building a mobile application for smartphone. And recently in this era of Internet of Things, you build mobile applications as well for digital assistants like Alexa, or even in TVs right now, you can find mobile applications in TVs, smartwatch, and many other devices. So this software can be pre-installed on the device or can be downloaded and installed by the user later. So you can find that some other applications in your phone, they were already pre-installed. So for example, your application you used to call, application to use to watch videos, or to for example, application for reminders, all of the things you see in your phone, they are applications. They are just bundled together and pre-installed for you, and they sell the phone to you, but they are pre-installed. Those you see in your phone, they are all applications running on Android operating system. So programming and markup languages that are used in developing mobile apps, they include Java. So Java, it's mostly common used in building Android applications. We have Swift for iOS applications. We have Dart. Dart is used in Flutter. And you have C# and HTML5. I think HTML5, a lot of people know HTML5, but it's also used in coming up with mobile applications. So why do we need mobile app development? Why do we need these applications? Because they sound like web applications, they sound like websites, but why do we need these applications? So first of all, they make communication easier. So in this case, what we're trying to say is the application is already installed on the client's smartphone or digital assistant. If you want to send a message to them, you are assured that you send that message directly to their mobile device, and there will be that message will easily reach them than sending it on the website. So they will try to log into the website and find the message. It's very complex to do so than to send the message in their mobile applications. So in this case, you are trying to make the communication easier. Another thing is increase accessibility. Increase accessibility, this is used mostly in businesses. For example, you are trying to sell something using a mobile app. You understand that if you bought something maybe from AliExpress or from Amazon, it's easier to use your mobile application than to use the website, because the mobile application will be giving you notifications, so you'll be seeing the deals that are on discount. So it's very easy to bring accessibility, and also if you want to build a mobile app for business, for your business, that is a way to go in these days, and you should continue that project because you find potential customers, because you know that this person has downloaded the application and is interested in my items. So another thing, ensures comfort to a greater extent. So in this case, I don't know if we have that infrastructure in Malawi, but I'll give you a very simple a very simple use case. If you ever use the TNM Mpamba application and Airtel Money application, you understand that if you go to cash out, to withdraw that money from an agent, it's very easier to use a mobile application because you just connect to the internet, then put the amount of money, the PIN, off you go, instead of using the USSD, which you find in phones that they don't learn this application. So it's easier to use these applications, these mobile apps. Now, another importance is you stand out from the competition in business. So in this case, you are trying to get lead, you're trying to get traction from your business. So if you are doing business and you don't have these platforms, you cannot stand out because you are not exposing your credibility to your clients. I already said this during the web designing and development course. I say these platforms, they actually increase credibility of your business. So make sure that when you are doing business, you should consider these technologies. And lastly, you cultivate customer loyalty. So it's the same as credibility. So you know that these customers, they are trusting what you are providing with to them because they have a trusted way to communicate with you. You can actually reach out and to fix some things. So it's very good to implement mobile app development. Now, where can you use mobile apps? First of all, communication. So communication, it's very obvious. We are using WhatsApp to communicate. We're using Discord to communicate if there is a meeting this hour. So if you saw the message on WhatsApp where I said we are going to have this class today from 10 a.m., we used mobile application called WhatsApp. So that's the importance. That's a use case of mobile app application. Now, another thing is on cooking. So I don't know if in Malawi we have mobile apps that we use for cooking. You can take also this this opportunity to implement it on cooking. We have a trivia and we have also learning. So learning, lots of application right now, they're into education. So you can use this application. We were also using, I think during COVID-19, we're also using Moodle. It's a mobile application. Entertainment. So in this case, it's obvious. So we have Spotify, we have Netflix. These applications, they are used in entertainment. Social media. So social media, it's obvious. Shopping. Shopping is also one great area for business as well. We have finance and stocks related. So if you're into stock exchange, forex trading, you know that it's easier nowadays because of mobile apps. Now, let us take a look on types of mobile applications. So we have native apps, cross-platform apps, hybrid web apps, and progressive web apps. So what are native apps? So native apps are apps developed exclusively for a single platform using a native to the operating system language. So what this is trying to say is that application that we are building, you are building with a single platform or a single language that is in correspondence to the operating system that you are working with. So it's usually written in one programming language for a particular operating system. If that operating system understands this language, you are creating that application that suits that operating system. So examples is like to develop a native app for Android, Java, or Kotlin, while for iOS, Objective-C or Swift can be used. So in this case, if you are building application for Android, you have two choices, Java or Kotlin. For iOS, Objective-C or Swift. So you are just specifically building applications that suits that operating system. So there are advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is that these applications are fast. So there are no bugs, like not necessarily no bugs, but less bugs, and they are very fast because the application and the Android system, and the operating system, they are well suited. But the problem is they are not easily maintained, and also they cannot be used in another platform. You cannot take an Android application, put it on an iOS system. So another type of mobile app applications, we have cross-platform apps. So this case is the creation of software applications that are compatible with multiple mobile operating systems, and is best approach for low-cost custom apps with secure, stable, and easy to maintain features. So the need by mobile devices to reach largest user base regardless of their preferred platforms. So what this passage is saying is that cross-platform applications, the applications that you can use, the applications that can be compatible with different devices like Android and iOS. So you build one application, but it's going to be compatible with all of the software or mobile app softwares. So if you maybe if you have a startup and you want to create an operating a mobile application for your business, this is the way to go, because one application can be suited for both Android and iOS platforms. So you don't need to book another mobile app developer to create native applications. So they are cost effective in production. So one maintenance can affect all the platforms where your mobile application is installed. Another type, we have hybrid applications. So hybrid application is a software application that combines both native applications and web applications. So all the elements of native applications and web applications, these hybrid applications, they are composed with them. So they are composed of they consist of two parts: the backend code and the native viewer that can be downloaded to display the backend in the web viewer. So the ability to function, they have the ability to function whether or not the device is connected. You can integrate with mobile device file system and web-based service. So I believe that most of us, we haven't seen these hybrid applications in the real world. But what we are trying to say is these applications, they act like a web application, but they can interact with the files or your system on maybe on your platform like Android or iOS. So I think last year we have this game called Fortnite. It had some issues with Apple. I think they were trying to, the Apple tax was very large, so they wanted Apple to reduce the tax cut. So Apple banned Fortnite from iOS. So what they did, they built a hybrid application, which act like a website, but it could what it was trying to do, it connected to the file system or the platform from iOS and be able to game on the website using your GPU, your processor. So that was the way to go in order to provide the same functionality to the iOS users. So last, we have progressive web apps. So these are web apps that use service workers, manifest, and other web platform features in combination with progressive enhancement to give users an experience on par with native apps. So what progressive web apps they're trying to say is they were going to work on web platforms like the browser. But that what they would do, they will work as an application. I think if you can appreciate this thing, if you have seen Facebook recently, if you have seen Gmail, you can understand that it's a website, but how it behaves like an application. Even though you don't have internet, but still more you can see something from it. You can maneuver. So that's how progressive web apps are. So to some extent, the progressive web apps resemble like the hybrid application. So the difference is the hybrid applications, they actually interact with your system because they have a native application behind them. So in this case, the good thing about progressive web apps, they have no dedicated languages or framework to build. So you can build with any language, but the application is going to work in the browser, and we're able to interact with the mobile app. So which mobile app development platform should you choose? Now, I have brought in some facts here, but let us see why you should choose one platform over the other when building your mobile app. So first of all, we are seeing that Android enjoys more than 70% share of the global market, which is pretty obvious. I think most of us here, we are using Android phones. So that gap is very large and is still increasing. iOS holds 30% share of the global market. So there are fewer devices that use iOS in this day. And Google Play Store has fewer restrictions than Apple Store. So Apple Store has got lots of restrictions. You have to update your applications, I think, within 6 months. You have to follow their guidelines. So they have tough restrictions when it comes to uploading your applications on Apple Store than Google Play Store. Mobile applications developed for iOS have far fewer devices that need support. So this makes optimization simpler, and user retention is typically higher. So when we say user retention, it means people who will be coming to use your application is going to be higher because the ecosystem is very tight, and so they will go back to your application. It's very predictable that they will come back to your application again than on Android application. So you will choose your platform depending on your preferences, because you can, even though Android has got larger user base, you can understand that you can create an application for Android, but the market is very huge, and competitors or substitutes to your mobile applications, there are a lot of them. So for you to stand out in Android development, it's very tougher than in iOS. But on the other side, it's very easier to make an Android application than in iOS. And if you are using your application maybe to reach out to a lot of people, Android is the way to go. So it depends on your specifications. So the tools for this course are these. We will use Android Studio. I already sent the link to download Android Studio. So if you're on Discord, check the resource channel and you find the link for Android Studio download. Find it in on Discord. And we also need to download Java Development Kit. So Java Development Kit works hand in hand with Android Studio, because Java Development Kit, it's an extension that we use in order to run Java applications on our Windows PC. So it's very important that you download these applications. And we are seeing that Figma is coming up again in this course, because Figma is a designing tool. So you can design interfaces for mobile applications. So we are going to use Figma in this course to download a simple user interface that we can integrate it in our mobile applications. And we also need to download the Intel J IDEA, the one you are seeing on the screen, that is written IJ. Intel J IDEA, it's a good platform that you can learn your Java code, you learn your Kotlin code. So for starters, during the next week class, first we are going to use Intel J IDEA to learn our code, because it's very easy to learn and it's not it doesn't require much resources to learn your code rather than Android Studio. So we are going to learn our code using Intel J IDEA. So make sure you download this resource. I'll send the link in Discord. There's a free version, but that free version is enough for us. So we are going to learn our code with that free version. So all these are IDEs. They are not text editors like VS Code. So it's important to download the IDEs. These are meant for these languages that we use in this course. And for the language that we use in this course, we are going to use Kotlin. We are not going to use Java, because Java, most Android applications, they are not using Java. But Kotlin is a chosen language nowadays, and it's faster and it's easy. You understand that building a mobile application is very easy, because these are object-oriented. All the things that we require, they are already installed in the language itself. So we already have methods, or we already have libraries to learn our application. So you understand that it's very easy to build a mobile application than what the world says out there. So thank you very much for being a wonderful audience. If there are any questions or comments, this is the time. You can use the message chat to ask questions that you have in this course. Or if you want me to explain on a certain area, this is the time to do so. If you have any question, please, this is the time to do so. As we are waiting for others to ask questions, I also want to emphasize something, that if you have a project that you're working with, or you are thinking of a project, you can also refer to me to help you out in the project you're working. So you can also refer to me, or if you know someone who has a project, but they don't know where to start, you can also refer to me. I will help you out for you to work on that project. So on the professional side of this course, we're also going to learn advanced features of Android app development. We're also going to learn Flutter using that because it's a cross-platform mobile app development platform. So we're also going to learn what Flutter is and its actually popular nowadays. So just keep in mind and make sure that that professional course, you are part of it. We are starting our professional courses in March, so make sure that you join that course. But anyway, if you have questions later on, please refer to the Discord channel, or you can message me directly. But at this point, I would say thank you very much for being a wonderful audience. Let us see each other next week. This was only comprehensive part of this course. So next week, we are studying the practicals. You are starting to build a mobile application. So I am very excited. This course is going to run for 2 months. So after these 2 months, you can create a mobile application for you and show it to your friends or to your boss. So anyway, thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.